Shout out to the people named after cars. Shout out to people with ghetto names trying to get a job.
Shout out to all the tall girls who wear miniskirts.
Shout out to baby mamas who got new cars but don't got money for their kids.
Shout out to all the 30-year-old men who want to be rappers. Shout out to all the dark-skinned girls with ugly feet.
Shout out to people who think that Listerine is replacing brushing your teeth.
How stupid can you be? Shout out to the niggas who been wearing a wave cap since high school and all they got is a line on their forehead. Shout out to the couples who only like each other on Facebook and Twitter.
Shout out to the people who truly believe they're related to celebrities. Shout out to the people who eat grits with a pound of sugar.
Shout out to the short pigeon-toed females. Shout out to the pretty girls with man hands.
Shout out to everybody with gaps.
Shout out to the ugly females with high self-esteem.
Shout out to grown people that still walk around with their nose snotting.
Shout out to the mamas who still want to wear their daughter clothes.
Shout out to people who still wear colored contacts.
Shout out to the people who wear black Nike socks and red Air Force Ones. Shout out to anybody that goes to the mall and do their school shopping in Macy's.
Shout out to the black people who are actually on time. Shout out to anybody with a Boost Mobile.
Shout out to the black people who think Tupac is still actually alive. Shout out to anybody who got a navigational system on the Metro PC.
Shout out to all Metro PCS users.
Shout out to all the Mexican girls who stuff their socks in their sweats.
Shout out to all the guys with tongue piercings and say you're not gay.
Shout out to all the women who say they're saving themselves for a celebrity.
Shout out to people who can walk and chew gum at the same time.
That is complicated. Shout out to people that can drink and walk at the same time.
Because I can't. Shout out to everybody who think Beyonce's baby is part of the Illuminati.
She just got here. Shout out to Jay-Z for getting Beyonce.
Shout out to whoever invented MapQuest.
Shout out to all the girls who still do their baby hair with a toothbrush.
Shout out to the people who still use Pro Style. Shout out to the people who put Vaseline on their toes to make their toenails shinier.
Shout out to the people who can't tell time. Shout out to 50 Tights.
Shout out to Chris Brown for copying Amber Rose hairstyle.
Shout out to all the Mexicans who still wear Shaq's Laker jersey.
Shout out to people with ashy knuckles. Shout out to everybody who's lactose intolerant.
Shout out to all the ratchets with colored braids.
Shout out to people who still have braids.
Shout out to all the women who got 4 kids and ain't even reached 21 yet.
Shout out to anybody that still got a sidekick.
Shout out to all the conceited ugly people.
Shout out to anybody who still wear jerseys with matching Air Force One.
Shout out to the one-armed females that like to give people hugs.
Shout out to anybody still wearing Rockaware. You guys are brave, okay?